Okay, so we're at the machine and I've got my design pulled up and I'm just about ready to go to town on my stitching here. I have not sent this design to actually be stitched out yet. I've been able to do all kinds of things with it, and now I'm ready to stitch it out. I've got it where I want it, and to do that I have to touch this needle icon and it will go to the machine, and now it's ready, and it's asking me to pinch and put down. That's when it's asking you for the hoop. Sometimes the arm has to do a little quick calibration and you'll see the arrows go this way and this way. And so you'll just check the box, and the next box that comes up is going to ask you to actually put on the hoop. And that's the showing you to pinch the little attachment and put it on. And now it's asking to calibrate, so we'll calibrate. And so here we go, and it wants to go to the first stitch. But before we do that, and before you even get started, you want to be sure and clean and oil your machine really well. Be all set. Start with a new needle and a full bobbin. And I always fold, I'm putting this in the notes so you can remember this, but I always fold if something is too big and hanging over, so that it doesn't get under here and get stitched into on the back of your embroidery. It hasn't happened to me, but I know that it does happen. And so we are just about ready. My first, I gotta, just a minute, I gotta get my color sheet. Just a second. Here we go. So here we go. We've got the light. We got the light a little too bright for the video, I think. I hope you can see this. Anyway, it starts with white. So I've already threaded white in my machine, but I want to do a basting box. Since we're floating this towel and there's absolutely nothing holding it here except the sticky back stabilizer, which would probably be plenty, I still want to be sure that my design is not going to be a waste or get messed up, so I'm going to baste it. And here is the basting box. I think we know where that's at. And so I'm going to pull up my bobbin thread by using the needle up down. And you never put your fingers near don't ever put your fingers near the needle. Stay out of the way all the time. And so now we're going to just do a basting box. And on my screen here, it's kind of fun, you can see this basting box is not going to be square. You can kind of see it angles, and at all four corners it does kind of an angle. So that's something to kind of watch for. Some basting boxes are going to be square and some won't. So it'll stop at the corner and jog over. So we get our basting box on and we'll be ready to go with our first color, which is white. And you'll always bring your bobbin thread to the top, just like I showed you. Use your needle up down button and bring your bobbin thread to the top, because this towel, you're going to see the back of it. And so now we'll get started, and I know that my machine would start and put the presser foot down for me anyway if I push the green button, but the first few stitches will be a little bit tighter and sometimes they can catch. So I usually lower the presser foot if I were doing a pillow or something that the back wouldn't matter, wouldn't ever be seen, I'd just go ahead and push the go button. So it's going to start with the little flag. You can see up here where it's stitching. And I'm going to stop it and trim my threads. And I'll let that stitch out. And save your threads. Here's my jar of threads. I save all my thread tails. We'll do something fun with those one of these days. Save all your threads. Not the bobbin, just the top embroidery thread. So I'll go ahead and stitch this out, and when I am done with the design, we'll be back with the next segment.